drinking of the silence so deeply. I find it's very good to take a deep dip. It's a good place to start. And so we could say what we were doing is abiding, we could say that deeply resting in the silence, as the silence is the purest form of meditation. I like how some Zen masters will say, we sit to express our true nature. They're not saying we speak to express our true nature, or we do or we act, or anything like that. It's sitting, resting as pure beingness. And so I'd like to invite that as the foundational invitation for today. That essence of meditation is resting as awareness. And noticing that there's two things. There's our experience, which is constructed out of thoughts, emotions, sensations. If you break it down, it's just that. Beliefs, memories, associations, and thought. Emotions, positive and negative. Sensations, contraction, expansion. The feelings in the body, sensations in the body, energy. And we could say that's the object. So what is it an object to? It's an object to that notices it, that's aware of it. That's witnessing. And so we can notice these two things. There's this witness, there's this awareness that's aware, and then there's our experience. And so the invitation would be, whether we're sitting, or whether we're in dialogue, or whether we're on break, there's this sense of, the invitation would be to allow the experience to be. Don't try to change it, don't try to work on it. We could say even don't try to inquire into it or challenge the thoughts, the emotions. The prime invitation is to just allow, to let go of control. To stop trying to change our experience. And so this again is the essence of meditation. It's a little different than what's normally thought as meditation, which is actually concentration, which is focusing the mind. Trying to calm the mind by focusing it on one thought, doing one thing, focusing on a certain part of the body, certain chakra, certain mantra, with the intention of stilling the mind, bringing peace, bringing stillness. But this invitation is a little different. It's recognizing that the peace and the stillness we're trying to achieve is already here before we even start. So rather than trying to stop the mind to find stillness, we just turn the attention directly to stillness. And stillness is awareness. Stillness is the witness. They're the same. We could say presence as well. Different words for the same thing we're pointing towards. It's direct experience of being. And with that space as the foundation, we could say that's where we can truly begin to inquire, self-inquiry. When we can get that simple, to simply rest as awareness. Our experience is there, thoughts don't have to stop, emotions, body, sensations don't have to stop. But when we can get that simple, where the stillness, the awareness is primary, and we can rest as that can be our anchor, we could say. And we become more interested in that than the experience, than the thoughts, than the emotions. That's where inquiry really has power. Self-inquiry, asking the question, who am I? What am I? What is experiencing this moment? What is aware? What is awareness? What is presence? All these questions are the same, really. And so what I would invite you to use the one that's most alive for you. The one where you hear it, it gives you juice, has some energy behind it. The simplicity of the mechanic of self-inquiry is to loop consciousness back onto itself, loop awareness back onto itself. Awareness is so externally focused. And so we ask that question not to find a conceptual answer. I could say the answer is a direct experience of pure being, true nature. And so the invitation would be to drop that question into your awareness like a pebble falling down into a lake. I like how Adyashanti describes inquiry, that's one of his pointers. Imagine the top of your head is the surface of a lake, and the inquiry question is like dropping a pebble. So who am I, or what is aware? Ask the question and then let it drop. Let it drop into your body, into your being. Let it go, though. You have to let it go. Then the mind will get to this place of I don't know. And that's beautiful. That's as far as the mind can take us in self-inquiry. It takes us to I don't know. Normally when we hit I don't know, the mind can start reeling, looking back into its memory banks. I'll give you an answer. The mind isn't like I don't know. But our being it loves I don't know. When it hits I don't know, it gets excited. It opens. Because its vastness is being invited to reveal itself. So I invite you to dive into the unknown. could say we could fall back into the witness, but I would even invite the witness to fall back. See what's behind that. Fall directly into emptiness. And then feel the life of that in your body, vibrating wordlessly as I am, as presence.